Okay.
Are we back?
Beep, 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 beep. We're back.
Okay, we're back. And now we're for our last movie, and that is you, George, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to go beep, beep, Parasite. My movie is Parasite.
부모님 얼굴도 뵙고 좋더라. 건강들 하시고.
일거리가 없으셔도
네가 내 대신 얘 과외 선생님 좀 해줘라. 영어.
대학생인 척하라는 거야?
구라를 좀 치지 뭐.
넌 이 좋은 실력으로 왜 미대는 맨날 떨어지냐?
아이씨, 죽을래.
저는 이게 위조나 범죄라고 생각하지 않아요. 참으로 시의적절하다. 부자들이 원래 참 잘 속아.
사모님이 뭐랄까.
풀타임으로 수업 어떻게 하시는지. Is it okay with you? 우리 다송이는 완전 예술가 재질인데
침팬지를 그린 거죠?
자화상이에요.
역시.
그동안 미술쌤도 여러 명 바꿔가면서 해봤는데요.
제가 사람 하나가 휙 하고 떠올랐는데
아 잠깐. 제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고 과선배는 김진모 그는 이사촌.
부자인데 착하다니까.
진짜 니가 착한 거지.
I'm deadly serious.
근데 지금 진짜로 이상한 게 뭔 것 같아. It's 2019. It's a South Korean black comedy directed by Bong Joon-ho. It's basically, incidentally, he got an 8-minute standing ovation at Cannes, and he won the Palme d'Or, and becomes the first movie to, first Korean film to do so. Anywho, the movie is about,
good to know.
interesting that it's titled Parasite. It's about basically two families, the Park family and the Kim family. The Park family is a wealthy family, and the Kim family, they're poor but very, clever and street smarts.
Criminals.
So
Criminals, George.
in the movie, there's,
Criminals.
the Parks family, the Kim family, actually, the son, he gets an opportunity to tutor the rich family's daughter via his friend who's studying abroad. So he needs somebody to fill in for him until he comes back. So the son, he actually did not graduate from college. So because he was in the military, but his friend tells him, you know English better than me. You can tutor her. So his sister, who's really good with Photoshop, makes all these fake, false diplomas and ideas and everything. So anyways, he gets the job, and then little by little, they start working the machinations to infiltrate this family by taking over the jobs of the other servants in the family. Yes. So, but and actually, so there becomes a symbiotic relationship between the two families, where one is one serves the other, and the other one kind of provides the living for this family. And I was gonna say that. What was I thinking of? Anyways, so the movie it actually starts out really funny, has funny moments, and then it slowly takes a dark, really dark turn. And I thought the movie is really about class. It's about the class system. We were talking about black and white, Latino, whatever, but it's really about rich and poor. So sometimes you're in a desperate situation, and and it happens all over the world that you gotta survive. Kind of like a like a quite American.
Yes.
So of course they take a little to an extreme that most people probably won't. But so obviously he calls it Parasite. This also as they're taking over the different jobs on this family, there's the one last job is the housekeeper, and they're trying to get the mother to become the housekeeper. But the housekeeper, she's tough, and she also has her own secret agenda, and which is kind of like so they become a conflict between the two, the Kim family and her too, because she also has her reasons why she needs to keep this job. And what was the point I was gonna make? Is it? Anyways, here it is.
Yeah,
So
okay.
what I thought about the movies too is like, the movie's called Parasite, and you would think that the basically the poor family becomes a parasite, like the parasite takes his host and it starts taking over. But then you go, well, in reality, who is the parasite? Because the rich family is also living off of the poor family, but making him do this, making him do
The
that.
Kims are the parasites.
But become
No,
like that.
I
No,
agree
because
with
they,
him.
because when rich, a lot of really wealthy will also take advantage of the poor, and like, and you see
How they take advantage? They're
you see how
paying
the
them,
wealthy
giving them a
and the
job.
way they treat them, but like you'll do. This is not. You're not. This is a job for you. Like when they do the birthday party, you're not being part of this for fun. You're actually working this.
Yeah.
You're an employer. You're not. Don't think you're my friend. You're my employer.
She's not her friend.
Anyways, so it's again so weird. It's kind of like this other like like Jojo Rabbit is one of those movies you go, it's really out there, very interesting idea, and but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was kind of like it's just so out there. No, and again, great cinematography too, great shot. I heard that the house was built by they said a great
Architect.
architect. It's supposed to be like the house in the movie. The house is built by a great architect, but it was actually done by a set designer. And he goes, and he said, an architect would never build this freaking house. I needed to face the sunlight in the patio. That's pretty much. Anyways, but yeah, interesting movie. I liked it.
Yeah, I like George. I love the movie. I thought it was great. It was so clever. It was so clever that I was like, "Where's it gonna go? What's gonna happen?" And I said, "These people are horrible," but I do believe Parasite. They were all parasitic, actually. But I think the parasite really, actually, what they were relating to was not the family. It was the guy living at the basement.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, the husband of the housekeeper.
Right.
That was to me what they were probably thinking of. But to me, they were all parasitic. They all used their poverty. They used their
Wealth.
their
Position,
wealth. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like they were all parasitic. Everybody needed a host, something like the mother.
feed off
The
of.
mother couldn't do anything. Remember, it's like she can't do anything, right? It's like so. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. I think as a psychological study, it was like almost could be something you would study in college. It would be like
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
interesting. So it's kind of, even though it's very funny and there's a lot of physical stuff going on, it's also very cerebral. It's like you go, I wonder what that was about. I know it was about something. I know it was about something really interesting, but I need some time to think that through. Yes, Betty.
Well, I've had 2 days to think that through, and I still don't know what I think about it because usually I don't think, George, what you thought, because I think the parasite, is it the Kim family, the ones that pretend
Yeah, the
they're,
Kim family. Yeah.
they're totally the parasites because the rich family is giving each of these people a job. They're paying the money. It's, even Steven. I think and they're being honest about it. The parasites are the Kim family.
Kim family.
I don't, usually you like the main characters, and even if they're bad, they make them likable. But in this, you don't like anybody. You don't like anybody in the main characters, the Kim family, because they are just so detestable.
The only person I liked in the family was of all families was the mother.
Of
The rich.
the mother of the rich.
Yeah,
she was very sweet.
Because she's very naive.
Yeah, naive. Sweet, naive.
Well, who would think that you're hiring somebody that's not that person to do that job? And they all seem to do the
Well,
job.
I would say she had the luxury of being that innocent in her life.
Well, everything got done.
Because they don't have that luxury because they're living in a shithole, basically. You don't
Yes,
have
but how
the
they get-
same luxury.
I mean, I could see them trying to get out of this shithole and then, being
Well, they did.
Well, I
being
thought-
morally honorable, but
Well-
this family is just The pits. I mean, they are just, what do you call that? Knife. Knife to the throat. What do you call that? Knife to the throat.
Slit your throat, slit
Oh,
your wrist. I don't know.
They're just so cutthroat.
Oh, there you go.
That's the
There
word,
you go.
kids.
Yeah,
and
see,
I don't think it's about rich and poor at all. That's me. I didn't like where it was going. Now, my interest was kept because I thought this has got to go somewhere, and it's got such hype. This movie, I was waiting for it to go somewhere, but where it went, I thought was really stupid.
Mm.
And the ending could have been great, just by one little thing, and they didn't do that.
What would that be?
Boy, you spoiled
Yeah,
it.
you already blew it. So-
Okay.
Okay, so they've caused this thing with the guy in the cellar, and everybody's trying to kill everybody else to their family to win out. And then the boy has a dream. The young boy who originally gets the job as the tutor has a dream that because his father ends up in the basement. Like I remember how that happened, and he has to stay there. And so the boy dreams that he gets rich one day, goes to school, and buys that house, and that he can let his father go. His father can be free. But it's just a dream. It's not reality. So it's even more depressing.
Although there was a
So-
certain there was a certain magical part to that with the member in the beginning, that friend who also gives the first boy the job as tutor.
Right.
He gives him this stone, and
Yeah,
the
what
stone
was
is
that?
supposed to
supposed to be
bring
a-
financial.
Oh,
Yeah,
the lucky
well,
stone.
Yes,
In a
like-
way, did but no, well, it brought him the
like all
opportunity.
the kind of like all those magic things. There's a catch.
I thought it was kind of funny the things they were doing, but then up to a point, and for me was the with the housekeeper, the way they wanted to replace her. That's to me when they crossed the line. Up until then, they were still providing a service.
Right.
But they were actually providing a service. I mean, she was getting tutored English.
No.
The other one was, she's a Photoshop master. She knew art, so she was teaching the kid art.
Right.
And then, and he's a driver, driving the thing. So,
Right.
but when they needed to replace the housekeeper, that's to me when
That was a low blow.
that's when they crossed the line. That's
Yeah.
when they became they're now
Criminals to me.
now
They're
they're
criminals.
now they've gone into a different level of Anyways, yeah,
Well,
I think.
Okay, Sean.
I love this movie. Oh my God. It's genius. It is absolutely genius. And it was funny throughout. I mean, even when like everyone's trying to kind of kill each other off here or survive, all of a sudden the phone rings and it's the it's the homeowner, the mom, asking her to make some dish, and she's like,
The
"What
noodles.
the hell is that?
Ramen.
What do you
Yeah.
make?" And she finds out from the cook, the original housekeeper, how to make it. I just thought it was funny throughout. It is a dark comedy. It's funny throughout. I also think that if you're not into foreign movies, this would be a good one
to start.
to watch because there is humor, there's thriller stuff. The Kim family is just freaking hilarious. I mean, the shit that they pull, I just thought it was really funny. And the thing with the peaches, what they do to her, that kind of stuff is in a bunch of other comedies,
Right.
where they
Exactly.
blue
Yeah.
stuff in the shower head, and all of a
Right.
sudden the guy comes out looking blue.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that to me was like, it didn't cross any kind of line. I think they were just, everybody's looking to get something. Even the Mr. Park, the wealthy guy who's driving, who's being driven. When he says, I can't remember the line exactly. Oh, the driver asks him. This is the second driver now.
The father.
And Mr. Kim asks him, "You do love her," meaning his
Right,
wife,
right.
and he says, something. I forget his comment, but even
You could call it that.
yeah,
You can call it that.
You could call it that. So even he's a parasite off of the things in his
agree.
life. Like, I thought the movie was genius. It is what is it? Captions? What do they call it?
Yeah, caption.
Closed
Yeah.
captions.
Close.
Well,
yeah,
Subtitles.
so it's in
Caption, it was
English.
subtitles.
Subtitle.
Yeah, in English, so you can see it. But yeah, this is I thought this was great. This is just one twisted movie that is just fantastic. It really is. So I loved it. I loved it.
Okay, great.
You and everybody loved it.
Yeah, I did too. But like I wasn't as hard on the Kim family as you are. I think when you're in that kind of
Calls them as a season.
no, like the place they were living. Remember the toilet on the thing? It's in the
Oh, yeah.
basement.
Yes, but that's not the rich people's
and
fault.
And the guy,
Yeah, but that means you're
Yeah, but
desperate. You
he's-
want to get
but
out of
he-
that life.
you want to get out of that life.
I totally get that.
When your society there was a lot of people like that.
In fact,
Remember?
there's an easy way to get out of life. There could be worse ways to, like quite American.
but you know
that
what?
should have been called Parasite.
But it's very funny you should say that because it really is. Those two movies in particular, Parasite and The Quiet
Right.
American, have to do with class and the concept of morality for people who are desperate
Right.
and morality for people who aren't. And it's
Right,
almost a
right.
luxury that you can't afford.
right.
And,
If you're in
also,
poverty.
and also, Parasite shows you that sometimes you have a great skill, but you're still in a situation like the kid is just because he couldn't pass those tests, he's not further along. The
Right.
sister is a great artist and then works Photoshop and knows computer, but she's also sometimes you can have a great skill and still be broke. So broke as
Absolutely.
poor because you cannot get ahead of your sister.
Look at the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay,
So what do
okay.
you think? What do you give your movie Parasite?
I give it a 10.
I give your movie a 10 too. I loved it.
Okay, 8.
11.
She buckled under the social
She
pressure.
buckled under the social pressure. of it.
Well, because it was done well, it's just I didn't like the story.
Yeah, no Avengers. There's no
Excuse me.
Avengers, no.
superheroes.
Nothing.
Come on.
I don't like all Avenger movies.
She doesn't like complicated. I noticed.
No, I love
The
complicated.
kid did not
But you
levitate
gotta
the table.
explain the complicated. If you're not explaining it to me like I'm a 2-year-old, then it's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie
then
for
you have
a
not.
2-year-old.
Then you have
Wasn't
not
that
done
wasn't
your
that
job.
Okay, you think about that.
But anyway, so
And then you think about that.
Ah, yes.
Because the GoPro is going to go. The GoPro is going. Okay, so that ends our podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Look for us under What the Flicks. You can also download us from iTunes under What the Flicks podcast. Oh, and if you go on iTunes, give us a 5. Give us a 5-star.
No.
Okay.
Give a 5. Give a 5.
Right.
ask questions. Give
yes,
us movie
what-
choices.
Yes. What the Flicks podcast at gmail.com. And believe me, we'll be more than happy. And you can catch the episodes of all our, you can catch all our episodes
Of our shows.
of the,
Of our shows.
you can catch this episode and all our episodes on YouTube, What the Flicks. So until next time, adios, amigos.
Bye bye.
Peace out. Yeah.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, for completing it.
Yeah.